Welcome to Fightmaster Yoga. I am Leslie Fightmaster. Today's class we're going to do some nice shoulder opening. You'll need 2 blocks and a strap. Don't forget, if you don't mind, do me a favor, push the like button, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel, hit that subscribe button also. Tell your friends. Don't forget to push like. Did I say that? All right, I think I did. Let's roll out our mats and get started.
Hello there. Let's start sitting up nice and tall, crossing at the shins. Find your sitting bones. Feel free, as I am, to sit up on a blanket or a pillow to elevate the spine. And now start to connect in with your Ujjayi pranayama. So breathing in and out through the nose. Nice long, smooth inhales and exhales. You begin to feel your spine lengthen as you take your inhales. Allow your shoulder blades to soften and relax as you take your exhales, and bring your hands together in front of the heart. Bring to mind an intention that you would like to set for your practice today. And then grabbing one of your blocks, we'll take it between the ankles to sit back. Have a strap handy. Inhale, sweep your arms up, palms face each other, then interlace the fingers, palms up. Pull the front ribs in, lengthen through the back body. Exhale, turn to your right. As you inhale, keep lifting up and making space. As you exhale, maybe twist a little bit more, turning from the rib cage. The hips will stay in the middle. Let's inhale, come back to center. Release the arms, and then roll the shoulders back. And again, inhale, sweep the arms out, around and up, interlace other pinky in front. And exhale, start to turn to your left. Let your shoulder blades release toward the waist. Pull your front ribs in and stretch through the back body. Inhale to create length, and exhale, maybe twisting a little bit deeper. And then come back to center as you inhale, and release as you exhale. Roll the shoulders back. And then inhale with your right arm up, palm facing back, take it to the upper back, and spin the right tricep forward. Then take the left hand behind you. You can hold on to the right hand or grab your strap, hold your strap, or hold your shirt. But roll your left shoulder back and spin your right tricep forward without letting your ribs pop out. So not arching the back. Keep the front ribs drawing down and the hip bones lifting up. I'm breathing here. So a good shoulder stretch. Take another long breath. And relaxing the jaw, the shoulder blades. If you're holding a strap, maybe walk your hands a little bit closer to one another. And then slowly release it. And inhale, left arm up, palm facing back. Take the hand toward the upper back. Right arm out, thumb down. Interlace your fingers or grab your strap or hold onto your shirt. Now with your left tricep, spin that forward and roll your right shoulder back, but without puffing the ribs out. So keep the ribs drawing in and keep lengthening through the back body. As you inhale, you'll create space. As you exhale, you can roll your right shoulder back. Maybe if you're holding a strap, you'll walk your hands in a little bit closer to one another. Continue to keep the collarbones wide as you breathe. Just a couple more rounds of breath as we exhale and release. And then on to hands and knees. Walk your hands in front of your shoulders. And then a little bit further forward, we're going to take Anahatasana. So the chest moves toward the floor. Your hips stay above your knees. Now it's important to turn the outer upper arms down toward the mat and the inner upper arms up toward the ceiling. As you press more into the thumb and first finger side of your hands, the inner wrists and the inner forearms of your hands press down. And then coming up now onto the forearms, we'll interlace the fingers, tuck the toes for dolphin. So feel free to bicycle the legs here in this dolphin if you like. But do press into the forearms and the elbows as you gently lift the shoulders away from the floor. Pull the ribs in and stretch back. So you can feel maybe a stretch in the upper back and in the shoulders. The outer upper arms, the triceps, are now spinning back toward the feet. Same action, just different orientation in the room. And then let's come on down, grab a strap, put a loop in the strap if you don't have the infinity strap, put it just above your elbows. Push pause if you need to do that. And then come on back when you're ready into dolphin again with the strap just above the elbows. So the strap is there to help the elbows from going too wide. And just like in Anahatasana, press into the thumb and first finger, part of the hands, the inner wrists, the inner forearms, as you spin the triceps back again toward the feet. So you'll need to press a little extra. And then let's come on down with the strap still on. We'll make our way into down dog. Same action with the arms. So continue to turn the outer upper arms back and the inner upper arms, the biceps, forward as you press that weight into the thumb and first finger side of the hands. Keep the ribs drawing in, the belly lifted. Move the weight up to the hips, down toward the heels. As you inhale, come forward into plank, knees down, and pause with your shoulders no lower than your elbows. Then inhaling into an up dog or a cobra. And then tuck the toes and make your way into downward facing dog. Stretching back. So in our chaturanga, we want to make sure that our shoulders don't go below elbow height as we're lowering. So let's do inhale again to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, shoulders no lower than elbows. Then inhaling into upward facing dog, thighs and knees off the floor, shoulders over wrists. Then tuck the toes, downward facing dog. So you may notice that perhaps you're going down a little bit too low in your chaturanga. You don't have to go down so low. If the shoulders go past elbow height, they're at risk. So let's come onto the knees, take off your strap, and then tuck the toes again into downward facing dog. And be sure to spread the fingers wide, press into the base of the fingers and lift the forearms. And then looking forward, we'll step or hop the feet up. As you inhale, come halfway up, lengthen. On the exhale, fold forward, bending the knees as needed. Press through the feet to rise up. Inhale, look up, palms face each other. Exhale, bring the hands down. We'll find Tadasana at the front of the mat. Big toes together, heels slightly apart, or feet hips distance apart. And begin to reconnect with your breath and your intention. Inhale, sweep the arms up, looking up. Exhale, hinge from your hips and fold over the legs. Hips over heels if legs are straight. Inhale, look up, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into plank. Lower shoulders no lower than elbow height. Keep the belly lifted. Inhaling into upward dog or cobra. Remember, you can always have knees down for chaturanga. That's fine. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward dog. I would rather that you keep your knees down than go too low. Lift your right leg up as you inhale. And exhale, draw the knee in toward the belly, shoulders over wrist, then lightly step it up by the right hand. Bend the back knee, pull the right hip back, tilt the pelvis forward a little. Inhale, arms up, arrow straight arms. Keep pulling the right hip back and working through the left leg. So the inner left thigh lifts up, stretch up through all four sides of your waist. Same action with the arms. Now the triceps spin in toward each other. The outer upper arms spin in. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat. And pausing a moment. If you can't reach, you can always put your blocks on either side. Slowly, you're going to lift the right leg. As you do, you're coming right onto the forearms for a three-legged dolphin pose. Pull the ribs in. Now see if you can find that nice pressing into the thumb and first finger side of the hand here. As you lift the shoulders away from the floor. And you can come to the knees first or press right up into down dog and then plank, chaturanga. Inhale, pressing up through the hands and feet. Exhale to downward facing dog. On the inhale, we'll lift the left leg back and up from the inner thigh. As you exhale, bring the shoulders over the wrist, draw the leg in, look forward, and then step it up. Stand the ball of the back foot. Keep a little bend in your back knee as you come up so you can lengthen through your buns. Inhale, stretch the arms up, palms facing each other, ribs in. Stretch through the spine. Keep a nice steady gaze gently upward unless it bothers the neck. Keep pressing through the inner back thigh. Make sure the left knee stays over the ankle. It's pointed straight ahead. And exhale the hands down. Pause a moment. We're going to come onto the ball of the back foot. We're going to sweep the left leg up as you do one motion. See if you can come right onto the forearms. And then as you're lifting that left leg up, lift it from the inner thigh so that your hips are level. Keep pressing into the thumb first finger side of the hands. And then set yourself back into dolphin pose. That might be tricky first time through, so if you want to push pause and try it again, feel free. Otherwise, press to down dog from the knees or not. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, pressing through the hands and feet, toes straight back. Exhale, tuck the toes for downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And just stretching back. Keep the gaze between the knees or the feet and your arms and ears in line. Press into the base of your fingers as your forearms lift up and away from the mat. Inhale to lift the right leg. Exhale, step it forward. Now step the back foot flat. Walk your hands to your left and parallel your feet. So as you inhale, you'll lengthen. As you exhale, you'll come into Prasarita Padottanasana A. Check where the weight is in the feet. If it's toward the heels, shift your weight toward the balls of the feet a little. And pin your outer hips in and your inner thighs toward each other like you're holding a beach ball between your legs. Then inhale, come halfway up. Now turn the right toes out a little bit so you can bend the right knee. Keep the left leg straight. Now your toes and knees should point in the same direction. So you can keep your hands on the floor here. If you want to lift your hands up, you can also do that. Then walk yourself to the front with the right knee over the ankle. And reach your right arm up. Left hand can be on a block if you want a little more space. Pull the right hip back here. And then bring your left arm across and prayer twist. If prayer twist is a little much, you can stay with the other twist. Back toes are tucked under to create a little more stability. So you can play around with that and see if that helps. And then unwind, step back into plank. Exhale, chaturanga, knees up or down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, always your choice. And then exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg lifts. As you exhale, we'll slowly bring it forward right in the middle of the hands and spin the back heel flat. Walk yourself to the right, parallel the feet. Inhale, create a nice long spine. Reach for the toes, lengthen. And exhale, fold. If that's too much, then release the toes and just keep your hands on the floor. Shift your weight toward the balls of the feet. Gently draw your shoulders away from the floor and pull your belly in and up. And then check where the weight is in the feet. Shift it toward the balls of the feet. I think I already said that, but do it again. Draw the outer hips and inner thighs toward each other. And gaze softly off the tip of your nose and breathe. And then halfway up, inhale. We're going to walk to the left foot. And pause a moment so that you can add that extra what's it called? Oh my goodness. Left knee over ankle and make the twist. If you want to push pause right here, push pause so that you can do the other little half squat. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry about that, guys. So take your twist here, or you're pushing pause. When you're ready to come back, get your twist in, and then step back into plank and lower through the floor all the way down, moving on. Pardon my little faux pas. Arms by your sides, tailbone's going to reach toward the heels. Pull the belly away from the floor. Inhale, lift everything up into Shalabhasana C. Keep the back of your neck long, and the inner thighs lift as if you're holding a block between them. And then release and rest. So if you've been practicing with me for a while, you know I do keep the mistakes in because we're human, we make mistakes. So you can do the same thing again, or bend the knees, reach for the little toe sides of the feet. Inhale, lift up, pressing back into Dhanurasana, or you can stay with Shalabhasana. Widen across the chest. Keep breathing here. Tailbone's going to lengthen toward the backs of the knees, and then slowly release to rest. And then again, either Shalabhasana or take the little toe sides of the feet for Dhanurasana, lifting the feet up, pressing them back. Imagine you're holding a block between the inner thighs here as well. Keep lifting the belly away from the floor and the hip bones up toward the lower ribs. And relax the shoulder blades. Take another breath and lower to release. Bring your hands by your ribs. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Tuck the toes. Exhale to downward facing dog. Get nice and long in your down dog. And then come onto your knees and let's take a short child's pose. Let your head rest on the hands or on the mat. And breathe here. And making your way back into down dog. Stretch all the way back. And look up. Either step or hop and sit. And then take the soles of feet together, knees apart. Inhale, sit up really tall to lengthen. Exhale, hinge from your hips and come forward with length through the spine. Draw your belly in. So if it bothers the knees, you can always prop blocks underneath the knees. Inhale to come up. And then bring the feet about a foot forward as you exhale. Start to fold forward. And stretch out the spine a little bit more. This time you can round the back as much as you like. And then inhale to come up. Roll onto your back. Take your right ankle just past your left knee. Flex your right ankle. Bring your hands through. Hold the left shin or behind the thigh. Draw the legs in toward the belly as you draw your right hip forward. Breathe here. If you want to go deeper, you can cradle your right leg, forklift style, or wrap your arms around the leg, extending the left leg out. So it's kind of like pigeon pose upside down. Breathing here. And then take that same leg across to the left side and twist. Look over your right shoulder. And breathing here. And as you exhale, try to turn your belly up toward the ceiling so you can work on your twist. Head to center and unwind. And we'll take the left leg, ankle just past the right knee. For thread the needle, hold your right leg to the shin or behind the thigh. As you do that, you're drawing your left hip forward, or you can take the left leg kind of in a fork leg or forklift style, or wrap your arms around the right leg and straighten out. And that's a much bigger stretch, so be careful. The right leg could also stay bent, and that would be a little less intense. But take your hip opener to the degree that works for you, where you can just be comfortable. You'll feel a stretch, but you can still keep your breath nice and steady. And then take that left knee and bring it over to the right side and twist. And look over the left shoulder. And breathing here. Again, turning the belly up toward the ceiling. And come back to center. Lengthen your tailbone toward your heels. Bring your shoulder blades toward the waist. Take your feet out. Let your feet flop open, arms by your sides. Close your eyes. Quiet mind and quiet body for Shavasana. I'll be back in a minute. Take a rest. And as you're resting here, I have a quote from Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Let everyone sweep in front of his own door, and the whole world will be clean. Let everyone sweep in front of his own door, and the whole world will be clean. So begin to take some longer breaths. Start to make movements, little movements. Let your fingers brush across your thumb across the tips of the fingers. To make little movements in the toes. And start to move your hands and your feet. And begin to take a long stretch. Reaching out through your arms and your legs. And then start to bend your knees and roll yourself onto your right side and just pause there for a few breaths. Pausing on your right side, come back to the intention that you set. And honor yourself for taking your practice today, keeping yourself nice and healthy. When you're ready, make your way up to seated and bring your hands together. Let's bring the hands to the forehead, reminding us to have clear and loving thoughts. And the hands to the heart, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. Hands to the mouth to remind us to have clear and loving communications. Let's send out positive energy to all beings everywhere. Namaste. I thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to push the like button and subscribe. And join our mailing list. Go to fightmasteryoga.com. You can stay up to date. We've got some retreats coming. You can stay up to date with all the things we're doing. If you can afford a donation of any amount at all, there is a link below, or at fightmasteryoga.com. There's a donate button. We are so grateful for anything at all. And most importantly, have a great day. Bye.